Hello, everybody. Good evening. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. How y'all doing? So I am still sitting here. I'm working on my hair. Working on my hair. And I thought that I would come by and talk to y'all about the importance of burning ancestor money. I haven't done it in a few months, and never again will I ever make that mistake. They've been urgently wanting me to burn some. And so the question is, I guess I don't know. Over here at Divine Services, um, because I talk to so many people. I do. I talk to so many people. I do this full time. And it's really important for me to stay on point, which is why my ancestors and spirit guides have been, um, sort of taking me away from a lot of the distractions and especially people that want to, kind of be at war and play around with spirit. So, um, I actually will for my company. We'll be burning it every full moon and every new moon. And that is for, not only for my own ancestors, but I also burn it for client ancestors. Okay. Now, the question is that burning ancestor money it's actually kind of mysterious to where it's sort of confusing as to why you have to do it and why is it important. And it's probably because of Saturn, something to do with Saturn, to be honest with you, is what I think it has to do with. Um, so my spirit guides came to me and was like, "You need to burn some ancestor money." I was like, "Oh," I was like, "Oh God." So I'm gonna make sure that I stay stocked up with ancestor money. Um, I think a lot of people tend to forget. I can always tell when a spiritualist either doesn't do that or has failed to do that. If you're doing any kind of work for people, no matter what level you're at, I can always tell that their ancestors are not happy. Um, and so if you're doing any, I mean, I don't care if you are just contacting spirits. Uh, you know, even if you're doing ghost box communication, like no matter what you're doing, I feel that it's important to do it. So I actually threw the cards. I was like, why do y'all need me to burn this ancestor money? And I got, oh goodness, what was those cards that I got? I got like the death card, the devil. It came up. The death and the devil card is what stood out for me. And it's funny because they call ancestor money hell notes. And it does have something to do with the underworld or something to that effect. So um, we're going to be burning it, at least at my company, every full moon and every new moon. Okay. Even though they're saying it may not have to be that often, but definitely. Oh, by the way, happy full moon to y'all. Um, yeah, I got what was that card that I had gotten? I got the devil, the six of pentacles, the moon card, I got the 8. That's how it came up. 8 of Wands, the Devil, the Death card, the 6 of Pentacles, the Moon. Yeah. So anyway, because I'm gonna tell y'all something. I don't even think it has anything to do with punishment. I think that it helps them somehow, and then also it is an important thing to do to show respect. Okay. Even though some of the ancestors, and it ain't just about doing it for like, specific people. It can be really, really old ancestors too. Um, I think it's all about, them and showing appreciation to them. Okay. That's really what I think it's about. Acknowledging them. And then also, typically, when people burn ancestor money, they leave offerings too. Now, I am definitely in a habit, though, of doing offerings, but it's something about adding that with it. So I just ordered like a whole bunch of ancestor money so that I can make sure that I'm fully stocked with it for like the next 3 to 4 months. And so it's just one of those things. I do this full time. So a lot of the stuff that we have to do is not that big of a deal to me because I don't do anything else. It's not like it's an inconvenience to do it. I can even tell because I feel strongly that there's a lot of spiritualists on here that don't do it. That's just my what I can see. It's kind of obvious that they don't do it. And they start to, I don't know, I don't want to say feel some type of way. That's why, I think that a lot of people should take it more seriously than what they do. And that's not just for being a spiritualist, that's for everybody. And so a lot of people that really love nature, because I really love nature, I really love trees. Obviously, in order to make that ancestor money, a tree had to be cut, a tree had to be sacrificed. And so, that's why people are doing everything digital. But I think that that's one thing, besides our parchment paper that we use. Sorry, y'all. I'm just now getting over a cold or something. Um, Besides the parchment paper and other materials from the earth that we use, and um, I think it's better than just burning a bunch of candles just constantly. It takes a lot of Earth's resources, and I don't know. My spirits are trying to be a lot more conservative. Seriously, because it just and that's not to say because I use figure candles and things of that nature, but your ancestors will do a lot for you. They will do a lot for you, but they just want to be appreciated. And for some reason, the ancestor money typically does what it's supposed to do, which is it's like it helps them. And so it's real mysterious. It's something that's really perplexing. It is. It's one of those perplexing things that people don't feel is a big deal, but it actually is. And so, in fact, sometimes I'll intuitively just lay out offerings. I give milk offerings to some of my ancestors every Monday, and cakes. I give them milk and cakes. Okay. But, what I'm going to do is try to stay on a schedule for real. You know, I've been doing this, I've been practicing and doing work for people for, going on the 7th year. And I typically what was enough for me, for my establishment, has been burning it during the Sabbaths. Okay. Or or maybe 3 or 4 times per year. We're going to step it up though. For real. We're going to step it up a whole lot because, you know, and because I'm constantly doing work for people, constantly assisting people. And they need it. They need it because I do work with your ancestors, and I do ask your ancestors to guide you. It is a communication and a relationship established. In fact, some of y'all, and like most of y'all ancestors, is who brought y'all to me. Okay. They'll say, go to her. She seems to be trustworthy. Okay. Now, there are some ancestors that some of your ancestors, because this has been something that has been talked about a lot. This is something that gets talked about a lot, with people feeling as though they are dealing with bad ancestors, but it's the good ancestors that keep the bad away. And if you're not careful to venerate them, then they really won't have the energy. It's something about burning money, and you can actually burn real money. They say that it'll bring you, like, I've read different things about it. I think that you should go by what your spirit guides say. Like, if you have, an extra dollar hanging around the house, to burn it. But, it's I've read that it can give you bad luck if you burn real money. Now, I do know that in the United States, on a regular basis, they burn paper money, which to me is good because money is so nasty. Ooh, can you imagine how many hands done touch that money? I don't even like touching cash. I like if I get some cash, I like for it to be crisp and brand new. So maybe that's why they do it, for safety purposes or something, so, because that's money is very germy. It is. It's very germy. But I'm gonna, not only that, I'm actually gonna go a step further and get some coins to burn as well. And see, we, with everything being digital, coins, you don't see them too often, like, quarters and dimes. I got some under my Rose of Jericho, but um yeah, so the ancestors came to me and was feverishly just like, you need to burn some, you need to burn some ancestor money, child, And so the reason why I came on here to talk about this is because I am not here to hinder any of the other spiritualists, or, they call themselves petition, which is absolutely and utterly ridiculous. That is that is, and always will be, the most ridiculous thing, is this so-called competition. So, I'm just speaking for the ancestors. Burn your ancestor money, please and thank you. Okay. So they, and, if you haven't been doing it, I mean, it's almost July. Like, how many spiritualists in here right now? Like, y'all probably ain't gonna say nothing. How many spiritualists in here? And that goes for Christians too, or Buddhists or whatever, religious faith that you're under. How often are you burning ancestor money? Thank you, Goddess. How often are you burning it? Or if you're doing it at all? And do you understand why it's pretty necessary for you to do it? Do you have an understanding as to why you have to do that? Especially if you run a spiritual business or company. Hey, 1EQ. Hey, Jamila, I needed you right now on my way for a rebirth cord cutting request from Spirit. My order should be here soon, but it's already taken effect and I'm liquid fasting, so it's really heavy but healthy. I know. Well, that's good. That's good. You doing a liquid fasting? Yeah, I don't do any fasting. It's not a part of my what religious faith are you? I don't do any fasting. And because it's not fasting is typically, it's based upon your spirit guides, but I know that I personally don't do it because I am already, like, my body is healing and I need nutrients. Like, in fact, I have you know my iron will get low very quickly. But if that's what you feel that you need to do, then definitely do it. Okay. But I know that I don't do that. I don't ever do that. You know, it's not necessarily necessary for me to do it, but I gotta eat all this. Oh, okay. So are you juicing? Or are you I'm a non-labeled spiritual being of all things and everything. Oh, I know that's right. I know that's right. Well, burn some ancestor money. You know what I'm saying? I know that I'm gonna be doing it. I think it'll probably be Thursday when I'll be doing it, and so I'll be doing it on behalf of all of my current clients, past clients, as well as myself. That's so cute that you said. I'm a non-labeled spiritual being of all things and everything. I know that's right. You must be an indigo crystal child or something. Well, that's good. Bless your heart. Yeah. So God, I got, like, it is so frustrating getting these freaking braids out of my head. Y'all just don't understand. So yeah, they do a lot for us though. They do a lot. I was connecting with some of my ancestors a couple of nights ago, and I was having some kind of pain in one of my tooths, and one of them healed my tooth. I was like, wow. Like, I was like, and so they do a lot for us. And yeah. Oh, thank you. I love you too, 1EQL. Yeah. So make sure that y'all doing it, man. I can tell when y'all ain't doing it. Y'all be like, everybody be frustrated. Venerate your ancestors, man. Seriously. Just do it, just do it like Nike and you be all right. Try braiding wigs so you can have an easier takedown. I like to stimulate. You know why I individually braid my hair? Because it's because of my hair texture. And when you put braids in, your head gets more oxygen and sunlight. So I completely stopped doing wigs, period. Yeah, I completely stopped doing wigs. Even lace fronts, because they just I kind of got a big head and them and so yeah. Because the only reason why I'm wearing them is because I'm doing a hair regrowth. Because it's not like I didn't have cancer or nothing like that. But, I have been through cancerous situations, and I've been dealing with cancer in my family. I've been dealing with relatives with cancer. And when people in my family are sick for some reason, I'll be feeling it. And I'll be like, oh my God, would you burn some in? And so the ancestors are really protective. They are, especially if you're doing something like this. It's not something exactly that you can just walk away from. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Christian, good afternoon. Yeah. So, yeah, burn that ancestor money. We're going to do a big burning. We're going to do a big burning this week, probably in my fire pit, but I'll be burning some ancestor money in my cauldrons too. So I had some left over because I need some, I needed to get some more, so it'll be here in like a few days. But yeah, do that. So I don't know. It's just something to make things easier. I feel like when I educate people, it makes things easier. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. And don't forget to do it either. I think people get distracted and they forget things because, I'm guilty of that too. But, you got to stay on point. So that's why I set reminders on my phone. I have the neatest full moon app and I'm paying $1.99. So, like, where is it? $3.99 per year. And you're supposed to be able to like take notes and stuff, but it just works through the Google Calendar to remind you of stuff. So probably like within 3 days of the new moon and the full moon, I'll get a reminder to do it. No, but I did get that snail. That snail was coming towards the house. Remember, I put up a video on that, and that thing was headed towards the house. And my spirits, unmistakably, I trust my spirits when they give me a message. They say you got to put salt on that thing. I think a lot of people, I don't know, animal activists, they was ready to sue me. you know, it's a very real superstition. That's one of the superstitions that I truly believe in. Oh, I appreciate that. I love the lizards. I do. But there was this weird bug that I've been seeing weird bugs lately. And there was a spirit that I needed to banish. I ain't gonna get into who it was, but there was because there is bad spirits too. There's bad ones. There's spirits that, I spoke about it yesterday that haunt you. Um, for whatever reason, there's a variety of reasons. A lot of y'all, it's oh God. Uh, I got some readings coming up either tomorrow. We're gonna be doing some karma readings for like toxic people. Because I was watching some and they made me feel a lot. It makes you feel better. It makes you feel healed. Um, especially when it comes to toxic parents. Like I'm talking about people that are trying to do you harm. Like, uh, I'm talking about people that are trying to purposely hurt you and send you through emotional abuse and emotional pain. Trying to derail you constantly. And I don't know. I decided I had some strange lady on Facebook that was unfairly targeting me. because evidently her parents were toxic and she doesn't want to stand up to their spirits, but um, whatever, and was trying to say that, I guess I'm toxic to my kids. It's like, how? My kids are always protected, always. Every day I do protection over my children, every single day, and so I'm going to stop being distracted by crap like that because it was so wrong. Like, it's just, you're just being judgmental of me, not showing me any empathy or anything. And I'm just not focusing on people like that. You know what I'm saying? Shinzo Abe, the Prime Minister of Japan, shot recently. Ooh, that maybe I will. I don't know. It may be a while because, like I said, I'm getting over a cold and I'm healing from some other stuff from my childhood that was buried so deep. Um, you know, and you know what? Another thing is that I don't understand. Like, people be trying to act like, oh, if you're a spiritualist, you're supposed to be like completely perfect. Eventually we'll reach that. When we deal with everything, when we deal with the stuff that's hidden deep, that deep trauma, but that doesn't mean that a spiritualist can't help people. That doesn't mean that, so I'm not here to discourage anybody. But like, if some stuff is unnecessary, like, I'm just keeping it a buck. Some stuff people do that's unnecessary, that makes no sense. Because like I said, when I made that graveyard dirt, y'all can go and look at it. It was so many peaceful vibrations coming from that graveyard dirt that I made the substitute. And people started sending me negative energy because of it. Like, my spirits told me, they was like, these people, and I guess it's a moment of teaching, of clarity. You know, nobody's trying to kill you. Like, people automatically, I think that, death is scary. It is. It's a big thing. It's a scary thing. But I'm not making, like, honestly, if it that ain't my job to be, trying to do death magic on somebody. Like, hell to the no. Unless somebody is coming for somebody that I love and care about. Now, but I'm not going to do that directly. I'm just going to ask for protection and make sure that, my family is okay, my children, my loved ones. So, I want some graveyard dirt. How do you get it? Alexis, you can get it from a variety of sources. Right now, mine is not for sale because I have such a limited supply of it, but I'll have some more because I'm gonna make it on a regular basis. But you can get it from, you can get it yourself from a cemetery. You can get it from a trusted witch. Um, you can get it from, you can get graveyard dirt from Walmart. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that Walmart.com sells graveyard dirt? This is no joke. They sell that. So, hey. So, and I made some out of my cauldron leftovers, and it works. It really does. It brings, if people don't want to accept that peace, it brings peace to you. And then it also helps in a lot of situations that, need closure. And so, so it's not about murdering somebody, like, never. Yeah. And people was sending me, like, and somebody was sending it to me this morning, wishing death on me. It's weird. And, and so I could see it, and I see things empathically, which sucks, but, it is what it is. My ancestors and angels are always going to protect me. But yeah, so I had a question from your graveyard dirt live. How do you feel about using it with necromancy? Yeah, that's exactly what it's for. That's exactly what it's for. Necromancy in what sense? Because necromancy is like an entire, like, there's so much stuff that is that comes along with that term. So it depends on what context you're talking about. As far as with the graveyard dirt that I made for necromancy purposes was bringing in the energy of my spirits and my ancestors, which is why I use some of the key ingredients that I used in it. Um, the hops flowers that I used in it, I looked up the magical properties of it, and hops actually brings rest and peace. So there are factually a lot of spirits that are being unleashed. Now you can use graveyard dirt to conjure spirits. And people ain't always conjuring the good ones. They conjure the bad ones, and that's never any fun. Oh, they got a lot of stuff there. You're welcome, Alexis. Yeah, it works really well. It worked really well for me, as far as bringing closure to, situations and bringing closure to myself. In fact, it kind of played out live because I have been holding some stuff in, and y'all know I don't mind sharing. I don't care about, honestly, if you have information about a person and you have the ability to understand them and you're still being judgmental, then that's something that you just have to look at yourself. Now, I think I'm going to also do a live about mirror magic, which is extremely powerful. Yes, get that ancestor money. I'd rather you do it than not do it. So, and then also you can make them offerings of flowers, you can make them offerings of wine, and so anyway, I need my blanket. So, all right, y'all. Well, I'm gonna go. I could talk about this all day, but I'm gonna go. You know, but I think that it's important. See, this is one of the reasons why I've been called to teach because, here's what I want to say. For some reason, the education about witchcraft that people are given, or either, kind of where they are going is all about curse and death, and I want to kill you, and I want to sacrifice you and your kids and all that shit, all that silly shit. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about that. But hey, Diana. But what I was gonna say about that is, if you put your focus on that, then you're just kind of wasting your time, because there's a lot of people. You got ancestors that are protecting you. So why even waste your time? I'm not gonna cast out something to do that, and when I know that that person's ancestors, so that would be a waste of time. My whole thing is about not wasting time. I ain't got time for that. I got time for living and breathing and being in joy with my family. I don't have time for that, because 9 times out of 10, especially with a lot of these beefs and wars and stuff, like, you are wasting your time. Some people will, like, your spirits will be very specific, and some people will be misinterpreting things. Some people are fighting ancestral trauma and spirits, and instead of them looking at that or having the knowledge of that, what they will do is they will, look at old beefs and rehash them over and over again. No, that's over. That beef is over. I ain't beefing with nobody on here. Nobody. Because that's how my spirits see it. They like, we not beefing with you. We telling you. We telling you. We're commanding you. Straight up and down. So I ain't all that back and forth. Mm-mm. Yeah, I'm gonna do a live about mirror magic. there's a couple of mirrors that I'm gonna get, but they can really, really be pivotal in defensive magic because, spiritually torturing somebody and psychically attacking them, come on now. Or trying to. So I let people know my spirits protect me regardless of what you do. They just take me right on back to living and loving life. And of course, there's people out there that want to twist that, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm gonna do that. I gotta take a couple of days to pamper myself a little bit. So, you know, so I'll be doing more so upfront and in y'all faces in a couple of days. And I may do a pick a card reading because I'm gonna be braiding my hair up. So anyway, y'all have a good one. Peace and good luck with everything. You know what I'm saying? uh, yeah. Anyway, I'll catch y'all later. Okay. Y'all have a good one. Peace be with all of y'all. Blessings.